Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today's build and play guide is on Paolo Emilio, the ambush predator. I call it the YOLO machine. But anyway, guys, it is on sale this week if you're watching it the week that this video came out. But don't worry, you can get it for Global XP as well. Now, for our build, we're using Carl Bergami with Eric Bay and Jersey Swirsky. I know I'm running all detection. Okay, this is the thing that works out for me for destroyers, and it seems to be my favorite way to play him. His base trade is Perlon d'Italia or something. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Incoming damage from shells, torpedoes, and bombs lost to your destroyer. So essentially, with no health, it's a 30% reduction. But at half health, it's 15, and that's very handy. That being said, contact is an imminent. Look at me now, perceptive, talented, at unstoppable. And you could use whatever Italian commander you want for this. This is personally my choice because of the base trait and the unique skill of talented. So that being said, for our modifications, aiming systems mod 1, prop and concealment always as always in 2 and 3. In the last slot, we're using main battery mod 3. Now you can 100% if you want upgrade this to a legendary by hitting square, or on Xbox, I believe it is X. Um, and that will give you the legendary upgrade. Now, for your combat loadout, you have HE and AP. The only disappointing thing about this ship, because I do like it, it's a tough ship to play, but once you learn how to play it, it's a lot of fun. One of the more fun destroyers in the game. So for you have HE and AP. So you don't have SAP. I would love to have SAP on it. Um, but both, honestly, this ship has. We'll talk about it here more in a second. But SAP, HE, or AP, it all works for it. Now you do have a rolling spoke for 45 seconds, so it's a good one. And I would recommend using that over just the sit smoke because you have short torpedoes, and the rolling smoke allows you to get real close to people. You guys are gonna see an epic match that I have in this. I literally just got in it once today, and I had this match. It was a one and done, and I don't know that I've ever made a video that's going to showcase this ship and its strengths ever like I have today. This is absolutely gnarly what you guys are about to see today. It does have an engine boost, so it's not the really short duration good Italian ones. It's more of a long duration. Um, I still use it kind of like the short duration Italian ones you'll see in there, but survivability, 24,000 hit points. This thing is basically a cruiser, guys, when you see the size of it. Like, for example, when you see it compared to Harbin, it's almost the same size. So, this thing is quite long, and you want to be careful with that. It does have a lot of health for a destroyer, I feel, without taking any health perks. But you do have to be careful because this thing is not the most agile at the tier. So, because it is a long destroyer, quote unquote, but it's basically the size of a destroyer or a cruiser. That being said, we have 8 135s, and they reload in 9.6 seconds, and they have 11.4 range. So, if you use one of the other commanders, or use a commander with sidestep, you could get this out pretty far if you wanted, and you could be really obnoxiously annoying with this ship. But trust me, the torpedoes are more fun, and I feel like they're more effective. The turret time, not super amazing, but you kind of know what's going on. As long as I have about 20 seconds on destroyer, I'm okay, right? Shell grouping is at 2, so I mean, yeah. Sometimes it seems like it's not that accurate, but it is what it is. HE at 1900 with a 9% fire chance. You do have 8 of them in 9 seconds, so this isn't like standoutish. or bad. Kind of middle pack, in my opinion. For Italians, is probably pretty good because Italians, in my opinion, probably have some of the worst HE in the entire game. AP shell damage to 3,000. Do not sleep on this AP. You get a cruiser's broadside up close, you absolutely can maul them with this AP. Um, armor penetration at point blank range, 200 millimeters, so you can get through a lot with that. And even at range, it's 59, so it's not too bad. Like you can Citadel, um, it's short fuse armor too, so 0.01 seconds. So you can Citadel the cruisers at range if you get the chance, right? So the AP is good. In fact, I would if I could have SAP and AP, it'd be a lot of fun. Torpedoes. You have one in the middle and one on each side. So basically, you have a set of two on each side. Kind of in the way it works. The one in the middle can flip sides. Torpedo speed with their boost is 72 knots, which doesn't matter because normally when you let these things go, you are real close. And they're only 6 kilometer torps, but because we went into detection and we have a 5-4 detection, these are actually usable when you're just running around. And you'll see that in our match. But these things, no, I'm going to see probably one of the highest torpedo accuracy numbers because you're letting these things go. It doesn't matter the speed or whether they see them. Nobody has time to react to these. Reload in 120, and these things hit like a freaking Mack truck. A lot of times you can kill stuff with one set of your torps. Sometimes, and you'll see a lot of times I don't square them up in the same spot. I'll do it in case somebody moves a lot. You guys, this is a really unique ship. I can't wait to show it to you guys. AA defense, it's not great, not terrible for a destroyer. You have a chunk of it out at 4 kilometers. And a lot of times I would turn off your AA until you get spotted. You'll see in mine, I had mine off in the beginning, then I turn it back on just because I don't care. Get that, try to take the attention away from the carrier or the carrier. Maneuverability. It is quite quick at 43 knots. However, turning circle's not good. This is a long destroyer. For anybody that doesn't know, there's an 8-to-1 length to beam ratio. So length versus width. That is like the way his ships were designed. Some of them that were directed for speed, and this is one of them. The problem is when you have that, you have terrible turning circles, right? Rudder's not bad, but the turning circles, you need time. All right, so remember, this thing is huge. This is almost the size of a cruiser. Concealment 5-4, so pretty good for Italian ship getting it down there. I would show you the stats, but they're very distorted until I get more games in it. But armor, you actually do have an armor belt, and that's because this thing is essentially a cruiser. It doesn't have a citadel, obviously, but the belt is 60 millimeters, so you could technically bounce some shells, but I would not be trying to bounce shells in this. All right, you want to be obnoxious and annoying after you get rid of destroyers, or get up close and get rid of torpedoes. As we start the match, it's disclaimer time. This is a beginner's video meant to help people new to the ship or new to the game. This is not meant for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything in the universe. There are multiple ways to play and build this ship, and I am a above average player, not the world's best. I make mistakes. You may see one in this match. You didn't come here for pronunciations. I'm as good as anybody at slaughtering beautiful languages all the time. With that out of the way, we're on Atlantic, and I can see from our carrier doing a good job. He spotted the destroyer, so we know exactly where he's coming from. We're going to get ourselves squared up, and this is where detection is going to come in Very handy. And look how far we outspot the other Italian destroyer. We got time to throw out torps. We let our teammates get some shots on them, make sure we're going to have some help. And that is going to be the case. I have some pretty solid teammates over here, and they're going to take a decent chunk off them. We're going to start shooting now while everybody, we got a huge advantage on them. And you can see that detection paying off for us. And we throw torps out in case he was going to smoke up and stop. He decides to smoke up, but it is way too late. As our teammates throw in the last salvo and do finish him off. So Scharnhorst and our cruiser did help him finish him off. We didn't have to use a smoke. We spotted him. We just did all the right things there, right? You don't have to be the guy that sits in the smoke and shoots off your guns. You can spot. You have teammates, right? Now, you just let them, you give them the opportunity. Teammates will do what they can a lot of times. And this is going to be a good showcase because that carrier, even though he may not have focused on that destroyer, he did help. And so we're going to wheel back around, and it's going to take a minute. But you're going to see here, now we're going to showcase the ship and the fun it is. Now you can stay at distance if you want and snipe or and be obnoxious, right? Like a Kaba. You can. It's got good range. That's not how I play the ship, and I don't think a lot of decent players do. Now, this is a hard tactic to get used to because you got to get real used to your detection and what will get you in trouble and what won't. But you can see this thing has really good firing angles. Johan is figuring out, because was spotted by the carrier, that, hey, this destroyer's lurking right here. So I'm thinking he had used his sonar earlier, right? And we're gonna chill for just a second, and we're gonna get spotted, and then you're gonna see Johan ate some sort of Wheaties this morning, because he is gonna start to charge up, and the carrier starts to go after me. Don't worry, carrier. I like to come back for revenge. So, we're going to do the classic Paolo YOLO. We are going to smoke up here once we get into detection range. And we're going to go ahead and get our guns and torpedoes ready. Now, actually, if we wanted to, we could have just started citadeling them probably. But you're going to see we're going to throw out our torps. We know he's kind of stopping. We're going to put one set there and one set back farther in case he does stop. He's got RGA mod, or somebody does, so we're going to get away. You know, it is Johan de Witt. You guys want to see a magic trick? There's a Johan de Witt, and now there's not. For our first Deb strike. Yes, I said first. Don't worry, there's more. So, easy to get Johan off the board. That's a good ship. We have helped get the destroyer off, and Deb struck the cruiser. It only gets better, guys. So, good showcase of just charging in, dropping torps, not losing all my health. That's a good thing, especially with what we've done so far. B.A. Turpitz is now coming in, thinking he's super fancy. Now, this is going to showcase the guns a little bit. And we're going to get kind of close. But you can see with our detection, right? Because we're at 5-4, we can get close enough to get our torps off to ships, right? So we're going to set off a set of torps. And we're going to just let them go. And then we're going to cruise. Because this thing's got a good speed. We're going to outrun him. And he's not going to be able to detect us. And you're going to see here, we're going to go ahead and bonk him on the nose, right? We're going to go ahead, wait a second, wait till he's distracted by a cruiser, and then we're going to start unloading our guns on him as well. Now, the reason I'm using HE here, we're doing okay at mounts, but I was trying to get another fire on him if in case I needed to, and then dart behind the island if we had to get double fires on him. We're chunking them, and we have help from teammates. Otherwise, I should have used AP. AP is a better option here, especially where he is. Broadside, we would have definitely did more to him. And you'll see me kind of use the AP later on in the match to show what I'm talking about. Now, so we have helped get rid of this whole flank, and we're done. We're going to speed up here because we're going to go this Atlantico that was back here. Just ran for the hills as soon as I dev struck Johan. And this is a one match where you want to see capture the base, okay? Right now, I'm just spotting for my teammates. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to help them out. It's going not good for our team. The reason being you want to see capture the base in this ship is it forces people to come at you. Now, these guys are all running away except for the carrier. And you're going to see once I get into the cap here is we're going to get our revenge on the carrier, right? We're not going to panic. We're not going to freak out. We're going to drop our torps. And then you're going to see here, I'm going to drop it assuming he might try to go forward. And we're going to load AP. We're not going to shoot off our guns. Why is that? Because with our detection, we can bounce in and out of detection range super quickly. So we've let people know we're here. And we are in their cap. You guys want to see a magic trick? That is... You see a carrier, and now you don't. For our second dev strike. Don't worry, there's more. Oh, man. So we're in the cap. You're going to see these battleships all start to come at me. The one thing you do not want to do in Emilio, when there's an Emilio or Paolo Emilio is come in at you. Now, my thought was I was going to charge the John Bart, but I decided the Atlantico's more the problem right now. He's got more health, and it seems like that Jean Bart is sitting. We go into our mode of the YOLO mode. We drop our smoke, we charge in, and hey, you guys want to see another magic trick? Yeah, you want to know what an Atlantico submarine looks like? You guys are about to find out. Almost full health. You can see we're not going to hit every torpedo. We didn't even need to. We only hit 4 and it completely dev struck him for our third dev strike of the match. Again, John Bart is here. Now, we do have one set. As you can see, the left set we still have. I drop it just to drop it and try to make him dodge. Just to make sure I can get away if I need to. Because right now we have... we're in a good position, obviously. And as long as our teammates do nothing crazy, we're fine. I actually didn't realize how close to the end of the match this was, to be honest. But our carrier is actually going to do the right thing, go after the D7 that's in their cap, and he has been. So one of the things that really helped us out is having solid teammates. We had decent teammates. Now, I know not a lot of them are alive, but we had decent players go against us. You're going to see I have AP loaded. Once I realize how much time is left, and no, we can't really lose this match, you guys are going to see me take this shot and get our high caliber on Jean Bart, and you're going to see the huge chunk that we do off of this. And this is why I would not sleep on the AP. That is a significant chunk. That's a 10,000 salvo of AP, no Citadel on a battleship. All right. And clearly a solid match for this ship. This is a good showcase of it. Top of leaderboard, clearly helping our team win. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you folks next time.